If you have any original works, could you tell us about what you're working on? I'm not actually working on them as we speak. They are on hiatus and have been for a long time. I have got details of Nathaniel Cardeu's backstory, so it will be a vampire story exploration into the man, the myth, the monster, which may eventually drop. I've got his entire story still in my head, even though I haven't played the character for a good 20 years. That says more about my age than possibly want, but never mind. Yeah, so Nathaniel's backstory may drop at some point. I don't know where I would post that, because it's an original work, but it's something I'd like to get out there. It's an interesting and dark and angsty story, just to be different. So I'd like to do that. I also had an idea for it's kind of loosely based on the Colin McRae rally games Dirt. It's a kind of fan fiction in a way, but it's a racing game, so how much fan fiction can you really draw out of it? So the story is supposed to be a rookie driver joins the rally team, falls in love with her co-driver, but she's already got a fiance back in London, so it's not dark, but it's certainly angsty. So yeah, that might be a thing eventually as well, if I ever get through my work in progress list, which I can't see ever happening. What is the best advice you've received about writing? Pretty much what I said earlier. Write for you. Write your story. This is your story. Don't make it fit other people's ideas. Otherwise you won't be happy about it. You might not be happy that they don't like what you've written, but that's their opinion, and at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. This is your art. So that's what I was advised, and happily pass that on, because it's very important not to let your vision get diluted by other people's opinions. What do you do when you hit writer's block? Cry, blubber, go on to the Facebook Messenger group and whine and whinge to the Plot Bunny think tank, have a nervous breakdown, yeah, the usual really, just have a complete freak out moment, which is kind of what I'm doing with Traditional Family, which is why I have my first thing that I do is walk away. If it's not a time sensitive thing, I have to walk away, leave it alone, do something else, otherwise I'm never going to get through it. If it is time critical and I absolutely have to finish it, change scene completely. If I'm struggling with a particular scene, I will go and write a different scene, change characters, change location, change time, write something that you want to happen later on in the story, and then try and backfill, see if that stimulates what you want to do on the chapter you're stuck on. Hopefully it works. Yeah, hopefully what you've written doesn't completely derail anything. Usually I find it does help me get going again. So that's how I deal with it. How has fan fiction altered your life? Day-to-day life, not an awful lot. Online life, I've found an awful lot of people that have a very similar love of Harry Potter. I don't have that in my normal life. My immediate family don't hold Harry Potter in as much regard as I do. They're actually fans of Twilight. No! However, I've got a lot of people online who I love talking to. As I said before, the PBTT are great fun to talk to. There's a couple of people in the fanfiction world that always brighten my day when they turn up in my messenger inbox, or commenting on my stories, or just seeing them online because of their enthusiasm and love of Harry Potter. It's a great community. I've had a lot of fun being part of that. So fanfiction's also given me a proper outlet for creativity, which I can't draw, I can't paint, I can't really play the guitar that well anymore. What I do have is writing, and hopefully I can do that with a modicum of skill, keep some sort of narrative together. So that's been a great way of getting a lot of angst and drama out of my life. Years ago, when I was going through my divorce, it helped me massively. The story Elfsiden, dark and angsty horror, was supposed to be a Christmas fic, but I recently, earlier that year, split up with my then wife. I was very angry, so I was listening to an awful lot of heavy music, I was going through an awful lot of horrible emotions, and Elfsiden gave me a way of examining what I was feeling, what I was going through at the time, and gave me a way of processing it, really. It's not a great story, it's very out of character, but it was kind of cathartic for me to be able to put the characters through that, because I was hurting, so I wanted someone else to hurt, and because I'm not a violent person, ink on paper was the best way of doing that. Take these beloved characters and make them suffer. I don't know whether that's healthy or not. It might be healthy, I don't know. My therapist says I'm healthy now, so it's got to have helped.